What's going on, everybody? It's nice to be back. I've officially moved house. I'm now going to be for at least the next 2 weeks in this apartment. And this pandemic is really causing havoc in my family. But you know what? Like, I don't want to bore the whole world with my story. Essentially, I've just had to move around all over the planet every other month just to try and find a place to stay. But we're settled. My wife and I have been graciously gifted this lovely house from her mother's boyfriend for the next 2 weeks, and then we're going to my family home further north in Italy in another couple of weeks. So the content will keep coming, regardless of my nomadic situation. Today, we are playing something a little bit different from. I don't know if most of you probably haven't watched my previous streams. As it is my third one ever, but I've been on this dragons theme. So as you can see here, I've been fiddling and playing around a lot with Team of Dragons, Lawhold Dragons, Malu Dragons, Jeskai Dragons. I've tried sort of all the various permutations. Today, I thought, through playtesting, which of these has given me a really high win rate, and at the same time isn't one of the ones that I've already streamed. And that would be my Prismari Dragons deck. So here it is. I'm just going to do a quick run through for you guys. Basically, the entire strategy and the main sort of idea behind this deck is get Terror of the Peaks down and then start creating a bunch of elemental creatures. That's the strategy number one. So, I mean, I could essentially, once you've gotten Terror of the Peaks down, the opponent doesn't counter it, doesn't kill it straight away. That's a big if, but it happens. The following turn, I can cast Magma Opus and create 2 4/4s, which is 8 damage to the face, and then I follow it up with a swing in for another 5. That's already, what's that? 5 plus 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 damage to the face. And that's kind of our finisher. By then, we've already done a bit of damage along the way, so that by the time you manage to get that combo off, it's pretty much game over. But things don't always go as planned, and we all know that. So our ways of creating elementals aren't just one. It's not just Magma Opus, it's also our multiple choice. So my plan is often to try and mulligan or at least hope for a Magma Opus in hand with at least 2 lands. Then turn 1, nothing. Turn 2, nothing. But during opponent's turn 2, you discard Magma Opus to create a treasure token. At which point at your turn 3, you play a land, you have 4 mana up. Then things start to get interesting. You can put a Galazeth down. Next turn, Terror of the Peaks, at which point, if you do have any other dragons or any other creature creation spells in hand, it's pretty much game over. I went for a more damage and bouncing type of control in this deck, as opposed to running my usual 4 Sword Cummings or some negates and counter spells, which I tend to not like playing against, so I don't play them myself too often. And at the same time, aren't always as effective and easy to get off. So I've lent towards my usual and definitely very dragon themed thing. So our removal comes in the form of Scorching Dragonfire. Prismari Command does deal 2 damage to any target, so small little creatures do get hit by Prismari Command. And then we've got Draconic Intervention. So if you have discarded Magma Opus on turn 2 to create a treasure token, if they play something big, typically your mono green players or your Simic Rampy types, they've ramped up to a Elder Gargaroth by turn 4. Your answer to that is a lovely Draconic Intervention for 6, 7, 8 damage. This can pretty much wipe out anything on the board. It's unfortunate that Draconic Intervention doesn't hit Planeswalkers, but it's a very slim sliver of the meta right now. We have these people playing Tybalt's Trickery and getting, an Ugin out on turn 3 or something. Then you have to rely on your Scorching Dragonfires and whatever and swinging in to get rid of those. But it's kind of, I honestly, I would like your guys' opinions on exactly what type of deck this would look like. Oh goodness. Have I just now closed OBS and not streamed for this entire time? No, I haven't. It seems like it's still managed to keep it together. Fingers crossed. So yes, where was I? Yeah, so basically there's also a little bit of ramp. I'm loving this treasures theme. You can create treasures with Prismari Command. You can create treasures with Seize the Spoils. You can create treasures with Galazeth Prismari. You can create treasures with Goldspan Dragon. You can create treasures with Magma Opus. So often if you're not drawing enough lands, you can find clever and innovative ways to get your cards out onto the battlefield regardless using treasure tokens. And you can oftentimes get locked up into a situation where they have a creature that's too big for you to swing into or has reach. Then multiple choice is also great because you can bounce that creature. It's the third ability. No, sorry, the second. You may choose a player. They return a creature they control to their hand. So, I mean, if they've got more than one creature, they're obviously going to bounce the smaller one that they don't need. But oftentimes it's, turn 4, turn 5, they've gotten out that Elder Gargaroth, and you can just bounce it and swing in with the dragons and game over. So I hope that illustrates the deck. The mana base is quite simple. I've just gone for one Prismari Campus because it's quite nice to scry. One Temple of Epiphany. I often, in my new decks that are using the new Snarls and the campuses, so basically all the Strixhaven colors, combinations that came out, then I was often running 2 of each of the campus and temples. But because this is a slightly more aggro-ish deck, I don't want to be having too many tapped lands. So I went more for the 4 Snarls, 4 Pathways, and 1 of each of the Temple and Campus. Just the occasional scry can be quite handy. And that's about it. That's the deck. Let's jump into the games and see how we perform on the ladder. I'm going to go straight for ranked. I'm sitting on around 89% or something like that at the moment. Ooh, today's quest just popped up. Green or white? Might have to make a Selesnya deck for the next stream. Oh, wait. We can't go anywhere without the good luck hat. I'll be right back. Yeah, there's no ways I'm going to win any games without this hat on. So, not the best hand to keep. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. It's Tybalt's Trickery. Please concede. Up, it's definitely Tybalt's Trickery. What a pathetic excuse for a deck. Seriously, come get a life, people. Sad little people playing stupid decks. Oh, you didn't even draw a land! Come on. Oh, so good. Sucks to be you, buddy. So there we go. We've effectively ramped. Yeah, commentary is worth nothing. Yeah, comment. Let's jump into game 2. I'm a little bit worried now that I've done something wrong here with my stream. It's kind of frustrating me. You know, I'm gonna learn all of these ins and outs. I basically just closed my browser where YouTube is running, so that I could. I don't know why, and I hope that hasn't stopped the stream. You know, because I opened it again now, but why? And I hope officially moved house. Okay. Story run through for you guys. Okay, so OBS kept
it's not just
Magma
Opus.
even though I closed the browser. That's amazing. I'm really actually surprised that it does that. I honestly have no idea like how that even works. So, you know, you're running a YouTube stream. Hello, wifey. I'm streaming. How are you? Good. She's just gone off and dropped our son off at Granny's house. Free babysitters are the best. So, that is a perfect target for a Scorching Dragonfire. Yes, buddy. Off you go. Should have kept my Scorching Dragonfire for you. Oh, goodness. Do we bounce it? Yes, we do. Lay it again. Kind of stalling for time here. Ores of Angels. Oh, Ores of Clerics. Yeah, really one of my pet decks. I would love to play it more often, but it just wasn't as competitive as I was hoping. I think with the addition of a few cards from Strixhaven, it's actually had a bit of a new sort of breath of life. So any creature that he drops with 4 toughness is going to put him above. I'm screwed. Good game. Bye. Oh, God. Good lad. You're a good laddie, Adam. Yeah. Goodness. Oh, wait. Whoops. That's nice. So watch this. Don't think he even has any. Yeah. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Beep, 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 beep. Oh, shit. Back in the game, boys. We're back in the game. That was beautiful. Like, why would you have played that Agonizing Remorse? How do they always have like 3 of these? God, that blows my mind. I need a Draconic Intervention like now. Yes! Bye bye. And it exiles them. Sorry, bud. I'm so sorry. Top deck city! Yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, so if I play this and kill him, he's gonna get back a one of those. But I don't honestly care. Actually, what I should have done is thrown that straight to the face. But what I'm planning is, or hoping, is that he will. Oh no! Oh no! What a mistake! It's such a mistake. Goodness gracious me! What a mistake! I hope it's just a land. Oh, flying out loud, mate! What a joke! I was such a bugger up. Oh, whoopsie! We need to try and get him to under. +4 +2 is 26, and then you'll gain 1 life mode straight back up to 27. Oh no, you won't. That's just great. That's just great. Whew. Oh, I should have so not done that. I should have gone the other way. Okay, okay. Ooh. Fingers crossed. Oh. What a prick. There's that scry. It was actually very handy. Would have hated to draw another red land there. Yes, please. What you got? What you got? What you got? Of course. The frustration levels just quite intense. So what we're gonna do now is do this. We have a lot of mana. Okay. That's nice. Play whatever you want. Don't get rid of it. Pretty much. You shouldn't have Doomscarred there, buddy. Useless. What else? What else you got? Well, I think that's a GG, mate. Victory! Nice. Okay, so that kind of showcases the deck a little bit. Let's keep this party going. I think what I need to do to up my view count just a tad is figure out the various time zones and post my videos at the best time zone for, you know, covering North America, Europe, and Asia as much as possible. Because it's now 11:30 in Italy, which is GMT +2, now that we don't have daylight savings. I have no idea what time it is in the States. But I know, because my family lives in Indonesia, that it is now currently 6 hours ahead of us. So Asia is good. Time's good for Asia. They're all in their evening, kind of sesh, chilling out. Okay, so now we can hold up Scorching Dragonfire. Or... meh. I will probably discard this mountain, to be honest. Thank God for that. I shall discard this one. That's just groovy. So we've got 5 mana up. That means we can play our Terror of the Peaks next turn, followed by Goldspan. And that should sort of end the game. Except we're playing black. Mono black. Looks like the type of guy. Aha! Well, he's gonna want me to discard. I'm gonna discard my Magma Opus. Which is kind of what I wanted to do anyway. The only thing I don't get is the treasure. Oh, he's not doing anything. It's really, really weird. Okay. Yeah, I think we get rid of Lilia. And we can then still have mana open for the Scorching Dragonfire.
This was a wasted opportunity.
So odd, even odd. Yeah, whatever. Kind of annoying, but like it's kind of weird that mono black, it's actually so good, but because of the whole color pie shenanigans, they're not as good as mono red, and that kind of annoys me because I do prefer a good mono black deck, to be honest. It's more kind of up my alley. Time for a Terror of the Peaks, mate. No removal, no removal, no removal, no removal, no removal, no removal. Probably Turgid. Just playing all these little discard. That's, you take a lot of damage there. Okay with that. Drowning sounds pretty good on this cool last table. Alright. Not again, not again, not another Murderous Rider. Selfless Act. Just getting everything he needs, isn't he? Don't. 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9, 10, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need 3 more. I think in this case we're just gonna finally get rid of these taking them down one notch at a time, and we are going to just wait. This is kind of our final income, especially since I've gotten him down to 15. If I can get 369, then oh, for crying out loud! Why, oh why? Can you see the frustration on my face? God! It's actually a really good new card from Strixhaven. I want to play some black decks over the next couple of days. This is a good game, I think. Sigh. Unhappy face. Unpronounceable, unreadable name. Mr. Something Asian. Okay. Oh, I kept that in my face. Huh? Get the map lands out of the way. Just what I wanted you to play. Just what I wanted you to play, baby. Oops. The problem is, like, he didn't even tap it. He could have gone. Okay, I should. I was thinking I should have cast the Prismari Command on my turn to make sure that he wasn't able to do anything with, cast anything with this Maraleaf Pixie. But his plan was to cast a 4-mana spell, for which he had the mana anyway. So freaking. So I've got a 3-mana spell, so I can't wipe the board with this. Let's just go for a Galazeth, actually. I'm just gonna read my little lore hole tome while I wait for you to get your shit together. Hello. Counterspell. Saw it coming. Learn to play around those a little bit better. It's really freaking annoying. Okay, alright. This is a weird, I haven't seen this. 4 colors. Okay. Interesting. Nice. If he's gonna exile
The job
something.
is wrong. I changed the terms.
Not the best idea you've had today, my friend. Too much ramp. I mean, unless you're running Wugen or something, but I don't think he is. Alright. That's gotta be a little bit frustrating. 2 lands. Good game. So we're sitting on about 64% win rates. It's not amazing, but I played a lot of games with it. It's really fun. I still haven't quite managed to illustrate what I was discussing in the introduction. The, have Goldspan out, make a bunch of elemental tokens. But we'll get there. What's this, game 3? Let's go for at least 5. I want to stream for about an hour. What are we sitting on? Here's my YouTubes. We're sitting on a total of, why doesn't it tell me? Stream health, stream settings, analytics, whatever. That is a really strange opening. Thrasher the Clown with trippy sleeves. 91%er. Let's mulligan this one. Yeah, I'm gonna drop the multiple choice. Rakdos. Rakdos sack. That's nice when you draw. You don't really have anything to discard with your Seize the Spoils because you don't want to. And then you draw another Seize the Spoils so you can discard your second Seize the Spoils. That's quite nice. Food? I had some food. Food! Off you go. Bye! Thank goodness, I was worried it was a bit more of a competitive deck. It seems like Thrasher is playing some crazy jank. That's nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can get our Goldspan out next turn. Or we can Seize the Spoils away another island. Decisions. I think we definitely sees the spoiling away another island. Just because. There we go. Anyway, we've got our secondary win con in hand, so that's okay. So now, I mean, he's playing another black deck, so he's probably got some removal. That's kind of why, out of all of these Dragons decks that I've been playing over the last days, the one that can play the Boros or Lorehold colors is my favorite, because then I can play Showdown of the Skulls and you can get some counters on these dragons, which essentially makes them proof from Heartless Act, which tends to be the most played removal in Mono Black, Rakdos, Dimir Rogues. It's all over the place. So he had all his mana open. He would have done it on my turn. So he doesn't have any removal in hand. He's probably gonna try Scry the goat, but I'm probably just gonna drop another. No, I'm probably just gonna drop a Goldspan on his head. So, blocking that. I'm not stupid, mate. Yeah, so let's get rid of Arnie. So he's holding one Temple of Manus open as far as mana goes. I don't think he's got anything up his sleeve. He's definitely going to scry that away with the Worst Rider. Nicely done. And I think I'm probably just going to swing in for 4 and keep a blocker up. My health is dropping in 4. Huh. That. Well enough. Indeed. Straight for the face. And a Crackle with power next turn. You're dead, buddy. I don't think Rakdos is going to be able to whip up 10 damage in one turn. So I have won this one. Sorry, Thrasher. Unless you've got a sweeper. Actually, Storm's Wrath will take care of all of my creatures. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ain't gonna cut it, mate. Close, but no cigar. I wonder if he has like a village rights and that doesn't. Nah, Crackle will power him to the face. Good game. Yeah, sure. That second Terrible Peaks top deck was just mwah. I think we might even use we can. Finally, I can show off the deck. Damn it! I wanted to get those tokens down. Okay, so we've been streaming now for 40 minutes. I think we can do another 20 minutes. Just a couple more matches. Almost done with this season's Mastery Pass. I don't even know what I want anymore. Yeah, definitely Galazeth. Oh, definitely Galazeth. I like this nice. And I got a pack. I lost Strixhaven pack. cares about this mystical archive? Honestly, wasting my day. Hyperborean! Hyperborean. It's a cool name. That is just a perfect opening hand. I love that. That is just exactly what I want to see. 3 lands, 2 untapped. Oh god, it's Mr. Mulligan again. Oh, it's quick. And why do they play that deck? It's so shoddy. Just like, I honestly would love to know what the win rate. I've never made one of those decks. I would never stoop so low. It's so pathetic. Like what is the average win rate on something like that? Like I'm assuming they're just hoping people will scoop every time because they get a Nugan out on turn 3. That's not that game ending. I don't know. It's really weird. Maybe it's just people that are bored with the meta and are trying to make some new decks, but I don't know. It's a little bit pathetic. Another lovely opening hand. It's just groovy, mate. You know, make as if we have something in hand. Some sort of removal. Huh. Well, that's quite lame. Give me your mill. Give me your rogues. Just decided to open up on a mill strat. I wonder. Double crack. Double crackle. Counter spell. I got 11. Oh! Amazing. Please tap out. Please tap out. There's nothing more than I hate the rogues. If we had it, if I wasn't streaming, I would have just quit already. Honestly, just don't enjoy playing. Like, I will play a mono red matchup through to the end, even if I feel like it might not be going my way too well. But oftentimes I see a turn 1 Rune Crab, they turn 2 whatever, and I just like scoop straight away. I couldn't be bothered. This deck is so obnoxious. Eldraine is gonna effectively get rid of all their card draw things once rotation hits, but it's just like, of all the decks that have come out in recent years, this one is just really like there's very little you can do. I've already got 11 cards in the Lemon Graveyard. That means his Drown the Locks work, everything. It's so frustrating. So let's just go for the Crackle with power, win con. Make treasure tokens. And it's a very like decision intensive like deck. They spend a lot of time thinking, something that seems so brainless. Okay, so we're definitely gonna play this and then get rid of the rogue man with our Dragonfire. And, you know, love the guy, but it's all Arne's fault. Mr. Huschenbeth, for winning the Caldine champs with the rogues, and they just came right back. Now let's try it. Cannot stand it. It's literally my least favorite deck of all time. Mono red doesn't even come close to being as obnoxious. Like, at least they're not playing the Lurus version. It's just like by the time, you know, Crab turn 1, turn 2 a Fabled Passage. That's 6 cards. Then they're holding like 2 of these what are they called? Drown in the Locks in their hands, and you just, that's it. You can't play anything. Anything you do get through gets destroyed straight away. They have card draw, counter spells, and removal. It's such an annoying deck. Okay, so you're going for the I think I might be able to get him with Crackle already. So it's 1, 2. If I swing in, it's 2, which already does the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, I can get him. If he doesn't have a counter spell, it's game over. Otherwise, I'm gonna scoop. Nice. Fine. That's actually exactly what I was hoping for. Because you would have gained 5 life there, and effectively stopping me from. Oh, even better. Even. What? What happened to my end step? Okay. Okay. Sure. Oh, goodness gracious me. So he's gonna gain 6 plus 8. What? How is that even possible? I was past that. I didn't auto pass. Look at my face. That's what I think. That's what I think about this deck. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. And it's old and it's boring and it's been done. Like, get over it, people. So over rogues. Okay. Last game for today's stream. Fingers crossed. That's not good. Luckily, we're on the draw, so mulliganing is not that painful. Mono red. What a day, what a day. Bunch of pricks. Let's see, maybe he plays Anax. Beg your pardon. Maybe. Maybe he plays Anax. As if that's even... At least I can exile. God. Boring deck. and then it's Embercleave next turn. So I'm dead. Like, that's it. I did one removal spell. That's it. I'm dead. Next turn, no matter what. Basically, I mean, like, if he doesn't have Embercleave in hand, I'll be quite surprised. It's 3+3. He'll probably play another land now. It's so pathetic. Okay, no. Oh. Still no Embercleave. Okay. Interesting. So I can destroy one of the smaller guys. Yeah. No, I'm screwed anyway. He's gonna make it so that I can't block. So yeah, I have to play this. I need to get rid of him. Here comes the Embercleave. This time, here we go. Like, I just almost feel like roping him just because this deck is so pathetic. Just the same crap day in and day out. Ooh, a new card, Hall Monitor. Like, it's still just the same nonsense. I cannot wait for Eldraine to rotate out. Bye. Okay, one more win. Goodness gracious me. Anybody who's watching this knows about OBS a little bit more than me. What I did before, in the beginning of the stream, surprised me quite a bit. I mistakenly closed my browser, so the YouTube webpage wasn't open, but OBS was still streaming. Would you guys, the viewers, see the stream even though my browser's closed? It's a good question, which I would love to know the answer to. It's so weird. I've never had, I mean, I've only got 4 of these in my whole deck. Terror of the pizza. Okay. That's nice. That's very nice. Ribastories. Good for you. I think that makes it so that I can cast this. Not yet. Sorry, guy. You got mana screwed. This almost doesn't really illustrate anything other than poor opponent gets mana screwed. Yay! We get the combo up! Lovely stuff. Okay, I think we have time for one more. That's for sure. That was really quick as well. I'm already in saving mode. My strategy has always been the same. Before we jump into the last game, I'll just give you guys a little bit of my strategy when it comes to wild cards, coins, gems, money spending, new sets dropping, all of that sort of thing. As you can see, my collection. By the way, this can you even see it on the stream? No, you can't. Oh goodness. Oh, I need to fix that. I basically have my MTGA assistant. Let me see if I got this on OBS and I add a new display capture. Media source, video capture, window capture. Okay, I'm gonna have to figure this out. But so okay, as now I know that you can't see it, I won't go down that route. But basically, what's going on my screen right now is I have MTGA Assistant open, and it shows me my collection, all the cards that I have in the various sets, and I've already reached something like 99.8% of Strixhaven. I'm missing like 2 mythics, which I don't even want. So I've stopped spending my gold coins on packs. The new set Dungeons and Dragons thing drops sometime in July. Because this season I've been playing a lot and performing well and reach Mythic early and playing consistently and doing my dailies every day and all that sort of stuff. I have been able to, so every season when a new set drops, sorry, not every season, every new set, so every 3 months, I blow €50. I never spend more than that. So I get the pre-release booster box thing, which gets you 50 boosters plus a few skins and things, but who cares about that? And then, but because, like I'm about to say, I started this saving my gold and my gems. So now we're in mid-May, mid June, mid July. So I've still got 2 months before the Dungeons and Dragons set drops, and I play Magic every day and I complete my dailies every day. By that time, I should have something upwards of 50,000, 80,000 or so gold coins, plus a bit of gems and things because I did buy the Battle Pass this season. So by the time the new set drops, I will not only have, I will again invest another 50 or so dollars or euros or whatever it is on the pre-release pack. So I will be opening upwards of 120, 130 new set boosters as soon as the new set drops. And the amount of wild cards that you get from doing that, and the amount that I have already anyway left over from, I'm sitting on 26 rares now, 0 mythics, but and so many commons and uncommons. And this is a little trick if you don't know about it already. So basically, there's this thing called the vault that only gets filled whenever you open multiple cards. When you've already completed a full set of 4, and whatever you're getting in your booster has the same cards that you've already got a full set of, then that adds to your vault progress. So what you should do if you're like me and you've built up a lot of commons and uncommons is as soon as the new set drops, before you open any boosters, you go into the collection and you craft all of the commons and uncommons, 4 of each. Boom, just do it. That means once you start opening your packs, all of the packs have 5 commons and a few uncommons and a rare or mythic. So the amount that you will be feeding your vault increases by a lot if you can do that. So let me just repeat that once more. The new set drops. You go into decks, collection. You can hit your filter button, you'll select a new set, which will be at the bottom here, Dungeons and Dragons, whatever it's going to be called, and then put only common and uncommon, and then go through the entire, of course, and then not collected. Go through the entire thing and craft 4 of each. There's obviously a fast way of doing that. What you do is you make a new deck, and you put 1 of each of the commons and uncommons in the new deck. Sorry, 4 of each in the new deck, but you just, it's much easier to just click 4 times on each card. Click, 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 all the way through. And then at the bottom, when you're making a new deck, if you haven't got the cards, there's a button that says Craft All. And you just craft all of them in one go, and then you spend your saved up gold and gems on new packs and open them all. The amount of vault that you will obtain after that is much more than if you open your boosters before crafting the cards. I hope that makes sense. And then what I do is I will use the mythic and rare, play my dailies to save up without spending another cent of real money, save up my golden gems to buy 1,000 gold pieces at a time booster packs, so that I can then craft the few mythic rares that I did not get from cracking over 120 packs on day 1. And every time now for the last 4 or 5 set drops, that's worked amazingly for me. I get to about this point where we're about 2 months out from the next one dropping, and I've already got all of Strixhaven. Like I said, I'm missing 2 mythics. Not as in I don't have any copies of them. I have let me just show you. I have reached the point where I have only got maybe 1 Crackle with power. Yeah. Exactly. This is all I don't have. Basically, all I need is 1 more Crackle with power, 2 more ecological appreciations, 3 more Shadrick's Silver Quills, 1 more Blot Out Disguise, and 2 more mascot exhibitions. But I don't want those cards, honestly. I haven't found a place for this. I'm still trying to think of a mono green or Quandrix deck that could play this well. That's probably what's going to happen most of next week. I'm going to focus on I'm done with dragons, and I'm going to shift the focus to Quandrix and more the colors that I haven't been playing, blue, black, green, more than red, white, and black. So this might be the only one that I still want to craft 1 more copy of, but everything else, like 3 of in Crackle with power in any deck is more than enough. You don't need any more than 2 mascot exhibitions as a lesson in your sideboard, and I haven't really found a good home for Blot Out the Sky in any of my decks, so I'm not too interested in crafting a 4th one of those. So, cut a long story short, I'm in saving mode already, starting today, which is the 17th of May. And let me just quickly do a quick Google. When does the new MTGA set come out on Arena? No, I'm not talking about Strixhaven. Okay, let's add D&D. The Sprawling set was announced last year, blah, 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 blah. He's looking at Magic Gatherings, Magic Gathering release schedule. Here we go. MTGA Zone is a great site for this type of news. So, Strixhaven, Dungeons and Dragons, Adventures in the Forgotten Realm. So, it's releasing on July 16th. But it's actually July 8th. So, July 16th, paper. July 8th, Arena and Magic Online. So, that's actually less than 2 months. 17th May to 17th June. I'm less than 2 months out. So I've got 2 months time to just play my dailies every day, save all my golden gems. And, I'm starting on 3,300. I think by the time we get to then, I'll have upwards of 80,000. And that's a lot of packs. And I recommend any of you who are invested in this game and want to play it a lot and get full collections Also to then end up playing Historic potentially, which is what I'm going to try and do at some point. Should do. You know, $50 or euros or whatever it is in your country to once every 3 months isn't that bad. Yes, it's money. Yes, there's people that cannot even afford that, and I understand that completely. But I think the majority of the people on this planet that can afford a computer that's good enough to run this game and an internet connection good enough to play it and etc. can afford to spend $50 every 3 months when the new set drops. And if you do that, you're good. You will end up being able to have a complete collection before 2 months at least, or 1.5 months in my case, this time before the next set drops. And that's all anyone will ever need. All right, that was a bit of a long spiel. Let's jump into one last game and then we'll end the stream. Just a little tiny advert. Is not nice. Well, we're on the draw, so we might as well mulligan. Oh, goodness. Sigh. I should have kept my first hand. Mono green. Thank goodness I scryed that. If I'd drawn another land, I would have lost the plus. This is not good. What is going on? Nice. Perfect curve. What? Good game. Good luck, cat. You're not making me any friggin' good luck at all today. What the heck was that? It's like, how many lands in a row was that? I didn't even count. That was ridiculous. What a crock. What a crock, mate. One more. Cannot end a stream I lost. That's, you know, rule number one. Everybody knows that. Another 2-land. And this time we're on the play. So I'm definitely gonna have to keep this one. It's really frustrating. Once. Yay! Well, that's alright. Drew a land. Now we can start making treasure tokens. Perfecto, perfecto. Boop, 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 boop. Bye! It's Goldspan next turn. No counter spells. Nothing. You can learn, that's fine. I've been looking at this, but unfortunately, like, I tried a lot of variants. This sort of Selesnya counters thing is not, it's not working in the new set. Applying some pressure. Well, there we go. That's a win. I hope that sort of illustrated the deck well to you guys. It's a little, I don't know, it's not as consistent as I'd like it to be. But we did get a lot of good wins. I think my problem was in this particular stream that I've reached a pretty, let's say, high up in Mythic. I'm approaching that 90%, and that means there's a lot, as soon as you hit like 90 plus, it's just mono red, Dimir Rogues, Winota, Boros. So I need to specifically play the decks that are good against those, or you're probably going to lose. But once you're like in the 87 and down, there's a lot more. Okay, some sort of fire alarm. Let me just turn that off. It's always weird when you're in somebody else's house and you don't know where things are. I just followed the noise. Where was I? Yes, so in lower sort of 80% down in Mythic, it's a lot more homebrews, jank, fun stuff that I enjoy playing against. As soon as you get into that 90% upwards, it's the top meta decks all the time, and you need to be playing one yourself, or your win rate is not going to be that amazing. So. Just to wrap up the stream, I'm gonna do the usual and go back into the deck and just sort of make sure everybody understood the where is it? Multiple choice ins and outs of the thing. Basically, it's a pretty high curve, so we're trying to, like I said, get Magma Opus token on turn 2, or so you pass the turn on turn 2. During your opponent's turn, they think you might be holding up a counter or something, which is handy. If they don't, and oftentimes you do have a Scorching Dragonfire in hand to get rid of their, turn 2 creature. But if they don't, then you can cycle or discard Magma Opus to create a treasure token. And you play your land on turn 3, which gives you 4. Then you play Galazeth, gives you another token. Next turn, Terror of the Peaks, and then anything that you play on top of Terror of the Peaks ends up winning the game. You play your Goldspan with haste on top of Terror of the Peaks. That's already 9 damage straight away. No, sorry, 4 to the face plus 9. That's already 15, 14 damage. And then the great game ender is a Magma Opus, which creates a 4/4 blue elemental, or a multiple choice, which also creates a 4/4 blue elemental while you have Terror of the Peaks in play. I didn't quite get to do that in the games we just streamed, but I think you get the point. It was pretty performing, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I would always appreciate your subscriptions, your comments down below, and that you give me a little like. And that's it. Until tomorrow, thanks so much for watching. This is Lion Fox, over and out. Peace!